Okay. What's your name?
My name is Salina.
And what is the name of the nonprofit that you work for?
I work for Gumball Capital.
And what does Gumball Capital do?
Gumball Capital is a nonprofit that was founded by Stanford students as undergrads. We engage students with entrepreneurship for social good, and one of the ways we do that is through microfinance. We run college competitions across the nation, and basically student teams are given 1 week to raise as much money as they can with $27 and 27 gumballs. And at the end of that week, whatever money they raise gets funded to developing nations.
And can you describe your role at Gumball Capital?
At Gumball, I actually started off doing a lot of things. When I was a freshman at Stanford, I came in and I baked cookies or something for one of the marketing events, and then that kind of progressed into helping do some outreach grants, and that eventually led to my position as outreach director. So we did a lot of learning with that, but basically what that entailed was becoming an actual 501c3 nonprofit, talking to other companies to see if they would do sponsorships for our events, and applying for different competitions so that we could get funding so we can distribute it to the teams that participate in the Gumball Challenges.
And what type of competitions did you apply to?
Well, we did a lot of competitions. One was the Business Association of Stanford Entrepreneurial Students, and basically what that was a social entrepreneurship competition, and that was for $50,000. Of the 100 teams that applied, we were selected as semifinalists, and unfortunately we didn't make it to the next round, but it was a good experience to start off with as one of the first competitions we ever applied to. And since then we've been in the final rounds of the Best Buy competition, Do Something competitions, MTV, JP Morgan, a lot of other ones, so it's been quite a journey.
What is one of the projects that you worked on that is most memorable to you?
Most memorable was, kicking off the Stanford Challenge was pretty exciting. I mean, when we came on, we didn't have the actual competition yet, and we had to do a lot of grassroots marketing, like going dorm to dorm and then knocking on doors, asking people to come out to an info session about what the Gumball Challenge was doing, and it was just really interesting to start a conversation and then have people show up and then carry on throughout the week and come up with some crazy ideas to raise money for people who they've never even met before. But I think that's the beauty of microfinance, because you're not just raising money for a charity or a cause. You know that you're actually raising money to go towards one person in a developing nation so that they can use it towards a specific venture of theirs, whether it's opening up a market or buying another cow and selling milk, or doing something to help them get out of poverty.
And if you had any advice for people that were thinking about doing a startup or doing their own idea, what would it be?
I think the biggest thing is that when you're working in a startup, you have to be with people who are really passionate about what they do, and I think that's why I enjoyed being a part of Gumball so much. Our executive director, who's only a year older than me, so he was like 21, was living and breathing Gumball, and that's always really exciting because at the end of the day, when you ask him what he's thinking about or what he's worrying about, it's not really nothing. He's always worrying about something, so I think that's good for the growth long run.
And my last question for you is, why the name Gumball Capital?
So Gumball Capital, at first it doesn't seem like it has anything to do with microfinance, but it's an extended metaphor, so it kind of has everything to do with it. In a gumball machine, you put 25 cents into it and out rolls a gumball. That's similar to what we're trying to do with microfinance, because we're putting a small amount of change into a country, into a city, into a town or something, and hopefully that one gumball that rolls out is somebody who rolls out of poverty. And as he does, all the gumballs shift towards the exit. So that's the beauty of microfinance, because you're not just bringing one person out of poverty or allowing one person to start their own business. You're affecting their entire village and town, and hopefully the entire country in the end.